Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be analysing our replays from Regional 2. And most of you know we actually won the whole event, so I thought I'd make a good video for us to sit down here and watch why we won that and just go through some plays. Hopefully you guys learn from it, and yeah, let's get into it. So this is the point where we're at in this series is in the grand finals of a regional you have to win 2 best-of-7 series against your opponent to win the entire thing. So we had just won the first best of 7, and now we're 2-0 up in this second best of 7. So it's currently 2-0. And this game is really important because obviously if we win it, that 3-game advantage is absolutely huge. Whereas if you lose it, it's only, you know, 1 game between you, anything can happen. So it's definitely going to be a sweaty one. Let's get into it, see what happens. But obviously spoilers, you know, we're going to come out with the win, but I'm sure a lot of you would appreciate a video on, you know, just seeing it from the player's perspective and hearing what we thought we were doing or thinking about the time. So starting off this game, just kind of feeling each other out. It's quite slow at the moment. I like that challenge from Yoris. So Yoris just goes for a demo there. Doesn't care about the ball. I actually messed up my challenge, but luckily I recover and we don't concede. It's a really good play from Yoris there. I'm just going to hit that one lightly so he can go up for this ball, clear it out, because he has more boost than me. You always want to work together in defense. You never want to work alone. Caleb, oh, Scrub missed the ball. Have to cover Caleb's shot there. So I do my play. I forget about the ball. I go for a demo on Alpha. Make him awkward. And this touch here. So you always need to be aware of where your opponents are on the pitch, right? I knew that because I'm going slow, or I look like I'm going slow here, the last man will be moving in forward to get a really quick challenge on me and get a really hard dunk. So what I do is I just boost into this last second. I get a harder hit than Caleb was expecting, and now he gets a really bad touch to the side. Little things like that. And again, I don't go for this boost. I actually do mess with my touch a little bit or mess with my recovery, but no need to go for the boost. I want to be able to be in a position to follow up on my teammate's hit there. We don't want to give away any free balls, so I forget about the boost and just play on low pads there. I think that's one thing that, you know, a lot of people can improve on is playing off pads. It's definitely a underutilized thing. Really good pass. Scrub could have had a better shot there, so could have I. I do my play, forget about the ball and just go for some bumps. Yeah, bumps are so good. I keep saying it. The past couple of months I've realized how good bumps and demos are. Even if you don't get the player, it completely just ruins them. Because they just have to... They have to like weave around you, and then they're not in the right position that they want to be in, and then they have to communicate that for teammates, and if they don't communicate effectively, then their teammates have to push into a position where they don't want to be. It just honestly, it causes absolute chaos. I really do think that we're going to see a way more bump heavy play style going into the next few months. But this play was, you know, it was free backboard because my teammate Joris, he does a really good job of forcing out a clear. And no one covers backboard, so I just hit backboard, get a free double tap, and I have all the time in the world to place that. It looks like a really good shot, but I have about 3 seconds to choose what, you know, where I want to place the ball. It was still tough to execute, but, you know, very doable. I knew Alpha wouldn't challenge me there, or I didn't know, but I called his bluff. The thing is, if Alpha challenges me, I just jump into this, I get a 50, and one of my teammates comes in and probably shoots. So he can't really challenge me. I bank on that. And I let him just fake challenge me, get a pass over to my teammate, and me and Yoris, the connection, you know, it's looking kind of clean. Just go a little quick goal there off the kickoff. Always nice to get a kickoff goal, especially in high pressure situations. They're the best feelings. So 2-0, you know, it's quite a big lead in 3s. 2-0 in 1s and 2s isn't that big, but 3s is a decent lead. Bit of a double commit off my teammates, so with me and Yoris. Really bad play from us, actually. This is a horrible play from all 3 of us. How do we win the regional? Look at this. Scrubbed in. I think we did call it, but I remember back, like, me and Yoris didn't call it like... We were like, oh, he's coming. But we should have been like, oh, he's coming. Like, you know, you need to be aggressive with your comms sometimes to let them know that they have to go fast. And probably our fault there, especially on the double commit. So everyone made a bit of a mistake there, and we give up a free goal. Probably getting too complacent. This series we were very comfortable. I mean, we were just feeling ourselves. So I'm not to say like we were feeling comfortable because we're way better than our opponents. It's just that we were feeling so good that, you know, sometimes you get a bit complacent. Again, just get a demo so there's no one mid. And now there's nobody on the end of this ball. It gives us a bit more time to recover and get boost. And that's what demos do, you know. It just causes disruption, man. Like, it's not even on the player. It's the person. It's what the teammate has to do to cover up for that demo. And they have to cut their rotation short for the boost, so they can't get all the boosts. And then they have to like cover into a position where they're too late or they're too early, and it just ruins the team. Any demo. As soon as I get a demo, I'm like, bang. Now we start a play. Constantly looking for them. Really good recovery from Eurus. I cut into second man here to support his low 50, and then I cover behind my teammate. Bit of an awkward play here. I didn't expect K-Dub to get that. That's actually not the best clear. Really good shot from Alpha though. So a couple of defensive mistakes actually that we definitely could have prevented for these 2 goals. So yeah, I'm never too sure if that's a good thing or not. You know, sometimes it's like, all right, it's good because if we just clean up these mistakes, then we win. You know, we win the game or we don't concede. But sometimes it's a bad thing. Obviously, you don't want to be making those easy mistakes. Nice area from me. Just pass it off to my teammate. Just look for bumps. Rotate through their half. Just playing disruptive. That's what all our team does, really. We just like to play that kind of disruptive play style where we're everywhere, if possible. So this play was a bit weird. I didn't expect Ferry to be under the ball. The thing is, it actually doesn't matter if I get dunked because I have both my teammates supporting behind me. So chances are, if I get dunked there, I give my teammate a free ball like Eurus just had there. Same thing again. Eurus gets dunked, gives us third teammate a free ball. So when you get challenged, sometimes it's best to let it happen, especially in threes. As long as your teammates are in a position and you communicate it effectively or they're ready for it, it's really good to sometimes let your opponents hit the ball or let your opponents challenge you. Creates more space in the back half of the pitch. Again, Eurus just does his play, forgets about the ball and goes for demos. I have to cover K-Buts here and he doesn't get one, so I just tap it down to my teammate. Scrub takes his time. Not the greatest touch. He could. I remember this. He calls for a pinch. I'm like, oh god, no! I cannot turn for a pinch on this. I did not expect that. I was like, no. He was like, okay, 50. But we have to defend a 1v1. But you know, when there's 2 people back, you just have to cover different options, and it's an easy ball to defend. Really, great demo. Really well played. Goes for another bump. Bit unfortunate Alpha spawns there. If he didn't, then we probably get a free challenge in the corner. Again, 2 people back on defense, so one of us covers ground, one of us covers backboard. I just follow my teammates here. I actually do miss the ball, which is an amazing play. So good though. We're just looking for those bumps. Should pass this off to the left. So a bit of a bad touch from me, in my opinion. I probably could have got. To be honest, if I was to hit this forward like I do, or to the side like I do, I want a harder hit than that because the ball isn't going too fast, so it gives Alpha time to go up for this. Ideally, I really want to hit this to the back corner where Scrub is. Gives him a free ball, but I kind of scuff my touch a little bit. It's not the end of the world because we can just cover it and get an easy challenge, but you know, it can be better. It can be better. Just constantly looking out for. You want to look out for where your opponents are and what they're going to do, because if you see your opponent going for a boost grab in their corner and it's not too far out of your way and your teammates have possession, you can just grab their boost and just be really disruptive. That's what we like to do, kind of just, you know, just be annoying. That's overtime. So, like I said, this game is extremely important in my opinion. Game 3s in series are like, they're crucial. So, I remember this overtime. It was actually a little bit shaky at times. It was quite a long one. Not a good hit there from me. Almost cost us the game actually. So I was in 2 minds. When you get into 2 minds in Rocket League, it's really bad because this game you need to be completely decisive, as I'm sure with every game you need to be. But I feel like especially with this game, you don't have seconds to think about what you're going to do. You just need to act on your first thought and hope it's a good one. And that's what you have to train. You have to train your decision making to be that. That first thought is always the right one. So this play, I was like, oh, do I pass it to Eurus because he's back post and that's a really good pass because it's in Fairy's blind spot, or do I shoot? So I'm in 2 minds and I don't commit, so I do both. So I get a pass back post because it's going in that direction. I also try and shoot, and it's just gives them a free ball. Luckily, scrubs back, does a really good job of defending that. Get a bump on K-Dub in case he wants to turn. And look, oh no, it's not K-Dub's Alpha. Just look what that little tap does. You know, I'm not needed in the play. But we get that tap. Alpha's gone into the air. It, you know, it like, what's the word I'm looking for? It delays his rotation by like 3 seconds, if not more. It's always a great play. You know, when you're just like chilling, you don't need to do anything. Just smack your opponent, man. It's so simple. I wish I knew it before. Like, just smack them. Just constantly look for them. Constantly go for them. Because they get so scared as well, and then they stop going for the ball and stuff. Nice. I'll leave that for my teammate. I just tap it up. Save my boost. Don't want to be using too much boost, of course. Get a really good hit over to Yoris in case he wants to turn on the wall, which he does. He gets a good 50. And I move in. Not the best play for me. I can't give away free ball. Wasn't sure if Yoris was going to recover or not. Probably a lack of communication, which is understandable in these situations. I would like that touch from Yost to be slightly softer, because this touch is like he hits it with maximum power, which is never really too good when you're trying to pass the ball in defense when your teammates are close to each other. But it's not the end of the world because the ball bounces, it like hugs against the wall. And Demo comes in, they almost got a goal out of it, but then we just get a Demo right back at them. It's a really good block from Alpha here, actually. I thought he was going to rush me, which is why I went up onto the ceiling really quickly. But he just waits, gets a double tap as well over Scrub, force out a bad touch, but luckily we're there, we cover it. And again, same thing for Ferry, he just covers the ceiling and makes it really difficult for us to get the ball out of defense. I just have to cover Alpha's hard hit here. Well, actually I don't, I leave it for Yoris, that's good. I shouldn't flip there, actually. Flipping in Rocket League is really bad. I don't know if you guys have been told about it, but like, I don't think anyone covers it really. Like I never hear people talk about it, but the one thing I like, or my team, like we like to hammer into each other, is that flipping around the pitch is just terrible. Because you commit yourself to one line of play. You can't turn. I can't turn now. I'm committed to that one line of path. So I'm open for demos. So whenever your opponent flips in Rocket League, you can literally just focus on them and demo them 10 times out of 10. Bump them, whatever you want to do. You can trip them up. You have like a half-second gap, which is a really long time, to choose what you want to do to them. And you just do anything, you disrupt them. And also, same with the player on the ball. They can see you flipping, so they can just boom it over your head. They can take a touch around you. Whatever they want to do, they can. So flipping in threes, like obviously in most situations it's good, but there are a lot of scenarios where you don't want to be flipping, and people do it way too much, even at, you know, top level Rocket League, best in the world. People do it too much, in my opinion. Really good play from me, just slowing the play down and forcing a 50. I could just go for this back boost. I don't need to be involved in the play right now. All we're trying to do is give ourselves time here for boost pads and Yoris to get bumps. And one of those things come in, now we can move in and start a proper attack. Look, we're now, all three of us are involved in the play because we gave ourselves time to disrupt our team, or disrupt our opponents and get boost. That was going to be a sick pass, but bit of a double commit there. Too fast from Scrub, should have took more time. Bad hit from me, actually. And yeah, it's because Alpha was bumping me, and that's like, that's how what it does. You bumps, man. You gotta avoid it, and then you just, you know, you're in a position you don't want to be in, and you get a bad 50 like that. Scrub does a decent job. Double commit, which is fine, because I think we actually pinched that ball. Either one of us are fine to go for this ball. Sometimes double commits aren't bad. People see a double commit and they're like, oh, they're awful, or that's terrible. This double commit, completely fine. Because we're both pushing forward, and we want to be pushing forward here. I just forget about the ball. Go for a demo, go for a boost steal. I think I did get a demo, yeah I did. So I like doing that when I'm in offense. It's fine to get demoed as long as you demo or bump the other person, because the ball's in their half. They have to defend, you don't. So you spawn back. If there's a counter attack, you're already back. So that's why that plays fine. We don't care if we get demoed there. It's actually sometimes good. Helps out with rotation. Now I'm probably just going to look for Alpha, disrupt him, look for Fairy. Now Fairy's not in the position to deal with that ball, so K-Dub has to move in. which gives us an easier time to deal with it. It's like a chain reaction. Yoris goes up now. Passes back down is a really good play. And actually, K-Dop is the great... He turns into the greatest player in the world for half a second. What is this? I mean, to be fair, he just pre-jumps like the highest percentage play. But when I saw that, I was like, dude, I was going to flip reset on the last round. I was going to win as this game. I was going to get the Rocket League eSports tweet, gain loads of followers, win game 3. But no, K-Dop comes in and ruins my dreams. Unlucky. Just covered behind my teammate for the 50. Just boom that. I see him wanting to move in. I don't have enough boost to outplay him with a dribble, so I just boom it around him. Nice. I see Alpha moving in. Bit of an unfortunate play from Yoris. He probably rotates a little bit wrong here. He rotates same side as the ball, but he did get bumped, so it's difficult. We play the ball around Alpha because we see him move in. They go for demo. They go for pinches. So when they go for pinches, look, they slow down. They've both flipped. We know where they're landing. Demo one guy, look for another, or grab his boost, and now he's in an awkward position. Just turn around, demo the other guy. It just creates so much space. We have a free ball. Could have even been a goal, but like, look, like, it's just a complete chain reaction. I know I keep saying it, but honestly, I can't say it enough. Just gotta cover Ferry's hit there. That's all I need to do. The thing is, people in Rocket League, especially in threes, I used to do it loads when I was, learning threes, and I don't claim to be the greatest player in the world still, but like, one thing I have learned when transitioning to threes is that you need to, as a team, cover different positions. You don't want to be covering the same positions or the same like outcomes as your opponent, as your teammate rather. So all I have to worry about is this corner, because that's my job. Yoris's job here is to cover the goal, which he is doing. My job is to cover the corner, so I do that, I get in the way. And that means you can just fully commit. You don't have to, like, oh, is he going to hit here or there? Like, you're like, if he hits it there, I'm going to be there. Do you know what I mean? So that's one thing that's especially important. Really good 50 out to scrub. I'm just going to chill mid in case the pass comes out. A little bit too weak, so I can't really go for that. Let my opponent hit to my teammate there. I would have liked Yoris to get this 50, because getting 50s, as long as your teammates are ready, are really good. But when you start going for the ball again, then you take out your teammate. I feel like I could have gotten it around him and had a 1v1, but he probably saw something I didn't, which, you got to respect. If your teammates see something that you don't, then, they had a good idea. This was a really good play, and we win the game from it. So we're lucky that... So Alpha misread this ball, and Scrub was going for a dunk because he has to, because he was up late for this ball. So he flies over it because Alpha misses. So now we just do a nice takeoff, get over K-Dop. And then with the 6 boost, we just boost slightly and fake out Fairy and go down. That boost here is what makes Fairy boost there. If you can see that, bottom right, or not bottom right, but in the middle of the right. That makes him boost too high. He can't get down, and we just turn around. The reason we turn around is it's actually a really nice play, really. This fake was nice. And then if we don't turn around here, we can't get a pop into the left side of the goal. And that's where the space is. So we turn around so the ball bounces on our back. And then when we land, we jump to get a bit more pop on the ball and a bit more acceleration. And we score from it. So that's going to be game 3. And that puts us at 3-0 in the series, which is, like I said at the start, huge. So going on to the last game. Let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. One more win and we take home the regional. And this is the first regional for all 3 of us. Like our first regional win if we win this game. So high pressure. Not gonna lie, we didn't feel it. We were playing too well. We understood. We knew that we were gonna win if we just played half as well as we have been doing. I just demo K-Dop twice because I can. Forces them into bad positions. You are as well. Annoys them as well. Another thing about bumps and demos, gets in your opponent's head. Nice 50. Scrub can backflip or half flip and he gets a ball now. Not the best hit from him, but he does a good job to recover for the 50. I just have to save this shot, which I know it's high, so I don't really need to worry about it. Yoris wants to take that. So Yoris takes this because he can't see. He can't see whether there's an opponent there. Obviously, we can see that there's no threat. K-Dop's there, but we can block him if he's going to come, and we have a free ball realistically here. But Yoris can't see that, so he has to cut across and get a hit. And he does manage to recover and get it over him as well, so he does a good job there. Great demo. I hesitate slightly here. If I don't stop and just pre-jump like I was going to do, if I don't stop there, I'd probably score. But I pre-jump and so close to getting that dunk, but couldn't quite get it, unfortunately. Happens though, almost had it. Make sure I cover the backboards here and avoid K-Dot's bumps. Decent shot attempt from Yoris. I'm going to go up for this. I think I missed, unfortunately. Yeah, I rolled out of the way for some reason. Get a touch back to my teammate though, but K-Dot covers it well. We are back though, so good. So here, you know, when you get boost starved, as long as your teammates are behind you, it's fine to push up for that mid boost. So when you're under pressure like we are right now, what is stopping you from breaking out is boost control. So if your opponents are just rotating through your half to the mid boost, back into your half to hit the ball, back into the mid boost, they're just like keep replenishing their boost amounts to like 100 using those boost pads in the middle. So one thing you can do is just send one of your players to that mid boost pad, and now they can't rotate through the mid, so now they have to go all the way back. Caleb's going all the way back there if you look at the you know, top left of the screen, and now that breaks their rotation, so they don't have a player that can follow up for this ball instantly, which gives us way more time to recover and get a good clear on that. We actually get a pinch, which is lovely. Go for a dunk there because I'm first man. I can do whatever as first man. Trip up fairy. Why not? You can do. Might as well. Again, same thing as earlier, just covering the position I need to cover. Don't need to worry about goal because both my teammates have it. One teammate should have mid, one teammate should have goal, and they will be doing that, and I just have to cover corner. Look for a bump on K-Dub. Doesn't quite come through, but it gives my teammate time to get the dunk. That was in, and Alpha dunked me. Unlucky. It was a good play from Alpha. I really wish I did more with this ball. I rushed it a little bit. I thought someone was going to be up for it, but looking back at it, K-Dub would have been backwards if he went up for it, which gives me way more time. I want to hit this ball with the top of my car and then get a flip step probably. But I can't hit it to the backboard and do nothing with it. Nice control, really good 50, and that's going to be open. It's still a tough shot to get from that position, but I was feeling really good mechanically on this day, so wasn't really too much of an ask, but really good play from Scrub there. Force out a good 50. Bro, I swear to God that if I connect with this, right, I want to watch this because, like, oh my God, this would have been such a good angle. I swear to God. Like, this touch, if this touch comes through, we're watching at 10%. Look how close. I flip into it, right? Yeah. Right. No. That's not physics. Right. We are hit. I swear we hit this ball. Off the bounce. That goes through my car. That literally is in my car wheel. I swear to, if we manage to get that touch and it goes like, oh, when I was like doing this play, when I was like mid flip, I was like, there's no way I score this or get this like mid or like do an insane angle. It would have been so clean. Almost comes through, but sorry, I had to, you know, stop and pause it because I haven't watched these replays back since, not from our perspectives anyway, but in the moment I just remember that I wanted to get that. I should have double jumped for that ball before I could get up with a single jump, but I couldn't. I cut into first man because I see my teammates getting bumped. And as long as it's communicated, look, both my teammates are getting bumped. So one of them has just landed, or he is landing from a hit, so he can't go into first man. The actual first man of our team is getting bumped. So now it means that one of us should cut in. I communicate that I'm cutting in, and then I can cover this ball well. And now our third man, or our first man, can go into second and transfer through that way. I get bumped and I have to use my flip to get a 50 there. It's a really good hit. It's actually top corner. Almost goes in. Get down on K-Dot because I see him landing. Same scenario as flipping. When you see someone jump, you know where they're going, so you just demo them, get them out of the way. Scrub's chasing Fairy. Oh wait, this is funny. Look at this from Scrub's point of view. So he's chasing the ball here, he hits it, and now his job is just to get demos. I's demoed K-Dop, he spawns underneath Scrub. He gets a demo on him. Yoris goes across and gets a demo on K-Dop again. Just imagine how annoying that is. So funny, I love it. Nice recovery. Get a boost, or I didn't get the boost. Do a good dunk on him though. I just have to cover in front of my teammates. So the reason I go for a demo here is one, because we still about 5, so you know we're kind of feeling it right now. We just want to kill them, but you want to just clear the path. If my team has a free 1v1, we're all good 1v1 players. Just clear the path for them and let them do their thing. Almost a good shot from Yoris, slightly off though. No, I didn't like this from me. When I was in this moment, when I did this challenge, I was like, Jesus, wow, you got this far and you can't cover high. Like, I should have covered higher here. I don't know what I'm doing, because both my teammates are on the ground. It's my job to cover high for the solo player or the pass mid, and I just cover low and gets it over me. Luckily, it works out, so we're actually fine. But really bad play, but it works. Nice hit. Make sure I just get some bumps and demos again. Gives us a free ball. Scrub goes for a flip center, like backflip, like all musty kind of. It's quite cool. I respect it. Make sure I just get a block on it. Gives us a free touch to my teammate. Really good save from Yoris there. Covers back post well. Gets bumped. Dual commit here. Not sure. Bit of an awkward ball. Not even going to go over it because it's really matter. Oh, we got a good recovery. But, you know, we were under quite a lot of pressure after this double commit because we're all on low boost now. This next play, and that boost wasn't there. It was a bit annoying. So I have to play on 20 boost. He gets it over me. They do a really good job of not caring about scoring straight away. So let me highlight something Vitality do here in, yeah, all of these players. So starting from this hit, Fairy's not going for a shot on target here because he knows that it'll be saved. He just hits a backboard because it's awkward for us. He then doesn't try and shoot this on target again. He's just trying to get up to this ball as fast as possible to beat the person or the players, because there was more than one of us up for this ball. So he just goes up as fast as he can to beat us. He puts it high, and then that's a shot. That's a shot there from K-Dop because it's a good scoring opportunity. But we get a save. So now their job is to block us, and then the same thing happens again. Fairy just hits this once. Look, he's not going for net here. He notices I'm up, so he just tries to play this over me. Same with K-Dop. He notices Scrub's up, so he just plays it over him. Alpha notices Yoris is up, so he plays it over him. They're not going for net here because they know they can't score. They just keep playing it over us, and now we're all out of position. We all have low boosts. We can't get back for the actual shot. So really, really good attack from Vitality, and that's you know, a little bit of a snippet of what you should be doing really. In 1s, 2s, and 3s, you can't just go for net straight away. You need to be playing the ball around your opponents first. Decent save from me. It's quite an easy one. Wasn't too difficult of a shot to save. Good play from Scrub. Oh, almost by Yoris gets it over him, but I was a little bit overextended here, so I have to go up for this. Make another save. That was, I mean, you know, people would praise me for the save, but realistically, the reason we had to make the save was because I'm pushed up too far as third man here. So now we have no one back to go up for this ball. So realistically, I shouldn't be in the position to make the save. And that's what a lot of people don't realise. People like praise the insane saves, but you know, if their defense was that good, you wouldn't get into that position in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Of course, there's certain scenarios where you can't avoid it, but that was one of those plays where definitely could have been avoided. I thought we had it. I thought we had the game here. When I was going up for this ball, like here, I was like, oh my god, there's a gap, and Fairy covers it last second. Almost. But last few seconds, we almost get a 0-second play out of it, but they cover. It's too easy to cover that. And they had all three people in net. A shot is never going in from that distance. But yeah, overtime, If we score, we win the regional. So, you know, again, high pressure. Said about 3 times this video, but it was we were having fun. When you have fun, you're not really feeling pressure. So it was a good match, really. Really unlucky, really unlucky here. So obviously Yo spawns there, which is lucky. Although I would have had the ball, so it didn't really make a difference. But then he hits it and he can't get away because he has no boost and he's just landing. He accidentally bumps me or gets in my way, and then Scrub gets demoed. I was like, oh, for God's sake, if we lose on this goal, I was like, oh no, what a way to lose this game. So I noticed that this ball is done. This ball is done for me. So as long as this hit doesn't go to the left, I'm not involved in the play. I don't care about the ball. So now what I do is I just go and look for a bump on their last man or their second man, whatever I can to disrupt them, take their boost like I do. Because it gives my teammates more space to do their play on the goal. And that's what you need to do. You need to give your teammates the best chance to... I thought I was getting this ball over this guy. It looked so bad. Because it was bad, but... I mean, it wasn't that bad because the ball... I hit it on top of him, which you can't really do much from, but if he was slightly positioned behind, then it could have been bad. Nice speed from me there. Good 50 as well. So I decided that it's not best to go for bumps there because there's nothing going to come out of the play out of defense there. So it's not all just like go for bumps whenever you feel like it. You have to pick your opportunities. That's what I feel like we do exceptionally well right now, is just pick our opportunities. This would have been nice if I read this. I got... this was funny. Yeah, I was pushing up for this ball because sometimes these can go like mid and then you just get a really fast redirect off. That would have been a really nice play to finish off of. But this ball goes high. I try and read it off the ceiling. I kind of misjudge it. And I dunk him with a flip. We get a flip out of it. It would have been funny if we managed to make something out of that. Couple of mechanical errors I remember from here. I was like, okay, relax. You need to just, you know, you just need to relax. So one thing I do a lot in demos on their last man is I will demo just one line. So, you know, Alpha's there, but I'm demoing anywhere along this back post rotation because for all I know, I've not got ball cam on because I'm trying to hit Alpha. This ball could be sent on target any minute. And Alpha, if he wants to save his ball, he has to go backboard. So I'm just covering backboard here. If he wants to go midfield, that's fine by me. Because if there's a shot on target, he's not saving it by, you know, swerving left and then back into net and then back around the ball to save it. So I don't care. You know, he can like miss me as long as the ball's on target. It's a goal, but shot didn't come out. Don't get a goal out of it for that time. I thought we were done. So this was a bit of an awkward play. I got caught up. I'm not sure what I could have done differently. I think... okay, right. So, yeah, I rotated to... I didn't give myself enough like wrap around the play here, so I kind of just rotated and then turned on the spot, which is never good. You want to hook into the plays to give yourself momentum or chance to gain momentum. So now I have no chance to gain momentum, and I'm in a bad position because I'm not covering our net. Luckily, Scrub covers behind me and he does a good save onto me, which is quite nice because I flick it up to my teammate. Yost gets a good dunk. I flick it instantly. So in the threes, especially when the ball is close to your opponents, you just want to flick instantly or go for a low 50. You don't want to be taking your time with flicks. It's the opposite of ones, really. So I just flick it instantly because I know there'll be a guy challenge me. Even if he gets a piece on this ball, because I flicked it instantly, it will be above him, so he's going to get a bad hit. So now I've done my play. I don't care. I've said it 10 times this video. As long as you do your play, you shouldn't care about the ball. Forget it. Go for boosts and go for bumps. So I focus on Alpha. I bump him so he can't go for this ball. So now it forces K-Dop to go for a ball as late because he wasn't expecting him to go for this ball because his teammate should have been there, but he got bumped. So now he goes for it late, and now my teammate gets a free shot, and that's the regional. So all comes from, you know, just some smart decisions, smart bumps, and that's what, you know, if I was to describe anything in this video, you know, I've been talking about how effective bumps are and how it causes the person who got bumps teammates to panic. It's this play. So Alva gets bumped. K-Dop's late to this ball now, and we get pretty much an open net from it, and we won the regional, and that felt great. When that ball goes in, you know, there's, you know, not really many words can describe like the feeling of winning something big. It's definitely up there with one of the best, you know, feelings in the world and one of the best moments that you can have. So really good performance from my teammates especially, and yeah, I played well in that series, and I think we all played well as a team, so it was a great tournament. And we actually play on Friday, so this video comes out on Wednesday, so in 2 days time we'll be playing again. We need one win in the Swiss stage to confirm Sweden for the major, so one win, we should be able to get it. Famous last words, but I'm confident. And yeah, we're going to leave it there for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I better see you all in our stream on Wednesday, or on Friday rather, to support us for the final regional. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Take care.